The Leeds recordings. Last July, I recorded about 53 different tracks at Best Roads Pianos in Leeds. A marvellous project. Really, it's one of the best things I've ever done. So, just to let you know the background to it. In 2012, I did 208 gigs. I know. And by July 2013, I'd done another 99. So I was exceptionally busy, playing lots of songs many times, which meant that really I was at the top of my game, playing very well. Worked out my own way of playing all the songs. Just sounded great. But by July, my hands had deteriorated and were in pain, as I've said before. And in fact, my doctor had recommended that I stop playing. But I just knew, the sense of needing to buy the Tyros, I just knew that I had to get these pieces recorded for posterity, if nothing else. Because if I stopped playing, then obviously, I lose the edge on them and wouldn't play them as well. So I decided to sort of look on the internet and have a look around. So the original plan was to try and hire, find somewhere to record on a grand piano. So I made an inquiry at Raby Castle. They never really got back to me. Bowes Museum had a grand piano which I went to see, but it was really beaten up, not really good enough. So, I took some steps. I went on the internet, and I thought, well, really, I want to record on a Steinway D, if possible. One or two places in the country, hired out Steinway Ds. Turns out I found out there was this company in Leeds that I'd never heard of called Best Roads Pianos. So I rang them up and had a chat. And, Leeds is only an hour away, so I went down one day and the boss was there and he showed me around and it was quite amazing. I played a grand piano that was for sale for £500,000. It was a French grand piano. The reason it was so expensive is because it had been completely hand-painted by Meunier, who was a French painter who was responsible for the design of the artwork and everything for the Paris metro. So, very famous. So, henceforth, the piano was extremely expensive. They had a grand piano, so my original idea was that I would hire the piano, and that they would bring it to Wynyard Hall, where I was resident pianist at the time, and I would record in one of the very nice rooms there. They said to me that it would cost me £1,000 to do so, but it would be much better, and they would be prepared to hire the piano where it was. So if I came down and recorded at their place, it would only be £400 plus VAT. Well, I didn't have that much money, so that was what we decided to do. So I'd been in touch with a guy to do the sound, but he was going on holiday, and it would be about mid-August by the time we could do it, and I just really felt I should get on with it. So I found out about another guy called Tony Bonner in Leeds, rang him, spoke to him, and then was trying to, wanted it videoed as well as just the sound recording. And there were some lads playing a gig at a very nice hotel, Rockcliffe Hall, near where I live, and I had a word with them, and they gave me the name of this Topher Holland, so I rang him. So this is what happened. We fixed it all up, a couple of weeks' notice, Sunday, in at 10 and out at 5. That was the deal. So I took my repertoire down, got dressed up, we met up and did the day. I was mostly concerned, of course, of just having really good recordings, playing, and so I did my own three first, Waterside, Adagio and Joy of Life, which were pretty tough, and you'll see from the recordings that, well, I had to play off the music. But it was great to get them under my belt, and then I did my three favourites, Promise Me, Always Woman, and Sailing by Christopher Cross. And after that, really, I was away. And I said to the lads, I said, look, once I get into it, there's one or two mistakes, so we had to start again. But, I was so used to playing all these pieces, I was in the groove. Once I was in that groove, it was just one after the other, really, and like I ordinarily did when I played. So it was fab, hence we just got through loads of songs. And at the end of the day, I just said to Tony, I said, well, what did you think? And he said, astonishing, which was rather nice. To have got through so much in a session. Which rather meant that they both had a lot of editing to do afterwards. Sadly, probably 15 to 20 tracks would have been a successful day. But they had more than 50 to deal with. So I was pretty delighted. Especially considering, my hands were, not in a good state. But it felt all right on the day. I just needed to do it, so I got on and did it. Well, typical of me, once I received the masters, I went down and did an extra day with Tony and Leeds, and then I went down, I had to pay 80 quid for an external hard drive, so I got all of the footage from the video, which was 750 gigabytes of information, which is massive, incredible amount. It was 2 hours 40, you see, of music. You had 3 cameras. It was all broadcast quality, and all the raw footage, you see. So, once I received all that, you see, I'd done it. So I didn't have really any more enthusiasm to check it all out. I was supposed to check it all out and see if there were any amendments, but I just left it. I did give the external hard drive to my dad to see if he wanted to have a listen to it, but we were both thoroughly immersed in doing the family tree, so he never really looked at it, and I wasn't bothered until last week. About 9 months later, I really started looking at it, because obviously I wanted to go on the website and started to see that see what really had happened, and half of the videos were fine, as in the video was in sync with and in time with the music. Unfortunately, about half of them weren't. So, anyway, today I met up for an hour with a young man who's does a lot of professional video now. He's done very well for himself. And we've agreed that he's going to do 3 days' work at the beginning of May. We're going to put the track name and perform by, on every track. He'll have my website at the end of it, as people do. We're going to look at the colour gradation of the video, and we're going to sort of edit visually. There's a white lead on the right hand side of one of the cameras, which doesn't look so good. So we're going to do a bit of editing to make it look a little bit more better. Great English there. So I've done a lot of work this past week on the Leeds recordings. The sound is great. I love the sound, and I played great, and I love the way I played. I do remember, giving a bit of a bash on one or two pieces, and then when I listen back, a Steinway D is £120,000 worth. It's a mighty beast, a tremendous feat of technology and artistry. And I just thought, no, I don't need to play loudly. So I really sat back on most of the recordings, and just let the piano speak really and let the tone ring out. I bashed a few, but fair enough, to demonstrate, what I can do. But really, a fantastic achievement. 2 hours and 40 minutes, 53 recordings in 5 hours. And as well as that, I managed to fit in a 10 minute video biography of myself. I interviewed myself, which is already on YouTube. And it's marvellous, really, and I'm very proud of it. So that, I think, in a nutshell, is the story of the Leeds recording. There are 23, as we stand, tracks ready to go. Most of them not quite my favourite, sadly, but, I'm paying £300 to get that editing done. I haven't got that much money nowadays, so the rest will just have to wait and be done as and when, But 23 is pretty good. Certainly all 53 tracks are great from an audio point of view. Certainly put them up. So, yeah, great day out, glad I got it done. Did a good job. Very professional. No messing about, like some other recordings I've been involved in the last few years. So, yeah, there we are. Leeds, July 2013. This is my little video to accompany the recordings. So, hope you enjoy them. And bye for now. Hair's in great shape. Yes, I've left my glasses up and, as you can see, looks good. So, until next time, bye. And by the way, these videos have been recorded on Wednesday, the 16th of April, 2014. Just so you know. Bye.